How's it going, guys? I'm Dion of the Ordinary Guys, and this is.
My name's Chris.
And today we're going to start off talking about photography and depression.
That's a good topic. Something that has been hitting quite a few photographers that I know of. As a matter of fact, I ended up finding a piece on Instagram. One of the photographers that I actually follow was stating how I guess he's kind of been roughing it lately.
Okay.
And so he was just saying that it doesn't just hit, your typical person, but also a lot of people don't acknowledge or don't consider the fact that the people that are on the other side of the camera go through it too. You know what I mean?
But what do you think is contributing the most to this depression?
With me, for instance, it's, I guess, just due to the fact that you're trying to take yourself out of the equation.
Okay.
In order for you to, I guess, be non-biased.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that that's maybe a factor for some.
You mean being non-biased to the image that's being captured?
Correct.
Okay.
Because it's the way that I see it. Yeah, I mean, say for instance, if you're going into journalism photography, right?
Okay.
Then obviously you have to take what's going on within the scope of the story, right? So you can't lean left more than you're leaning right. Gotcha. Because at the end of the day, if you're there to go ahead and, I guess, report a story,
right,
you want to get the aspect of the entirety of the situation rather than just one side versus the other.
There was an example where you remember the insurrection on January 6th, right?
Yeah.
How they have some footage you see from CNN will have them, all the rioters are going crazy, and then you see footage from what's the guy's name, Tucker Carlson, all the footage that he gets just all peaceful protesting, just walking in.
Yeah, right.
Nice. So it's opposing sides, but with the same, you know what I mean? It's that's so crazy. They're both running a narrative, you know what I mean? They're not being neutral about it. So I totally get that.
Yeah, so I mean that's just one. For me, it's more of, I know I'm trying to be inconspicuous here. I'm sorry, guys. I just
drink, bro, up. Drink. Hey, I want some water. I'll get some water. Go ahead.
With me, it's been more of a situation where I guess I'm trying not to follow the how everyone else are doing things.
Right.
So I'm trying to kind of carve my own path, right?
Okay.
And so obviously when you're going against the tide, a lot of people tend to not pay attention.
Right.
So with me, it's I'm starting to struggle that I feel like no one's really grasping my art, I guess you could put it that way, right? And that kind of gets me in a bad place, bro, because it's like, what do I have to do in order for people to not give me any attention, right? But just the beauty of what I'm capturing, and I'm putting it out there for millions of people to see,
right?
And not trying to, I guess, bash on anyone or anything like that, but for instance, I start kind of poking around, obviously on stories and posts, and I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you an example. Instagram obviously gives us recommendations of what to view while we're scrolling through our feed, right?
Exactly.
So it's sometimes I catch myself making comparisons, and I'm just like,
why are you comparing yourself to someone else?
And it's not even that. It's just the fact that I look at certain things, bro, and I'm just like, well, I think my stuff is as good as that,
right?
And then I'm just like, well, why is it that mine doesn't get
the recognition that The other
Exactly,
one,
and that's what I kind of struggle with,
they're
bro.
similar. Well, you know what? Well, I guess it's all open to interpretation, I guess. And
Exactly.
There's gonna be some people that like, because I think the reason might be some people are just used to a certain photographer or a certain like way that they shoot, and then they're just drawn to that particular way they shoot or that particular photographer. So I guess if they're already following them, then whatever is coming up, then they're just gonna see their stuff.
I mean, if you've already developed a pretty good niche, right?
Right.
And you've mastered your skill, then
you're gonna have
not to mention if you've already had a good amount of following for quite some time, you know, the other factor is word of mouth. Yeah. Obviously, with having so many viewers, I guess you could put it that way. Right. It's just gonna keep on expanding at that rate because it's like this person's gonna reference this one's gonna reference the next, and so on and so forth. So without me having that movement or that traffic, it's like I feel stuck sometimes, bro. And that's why I'm telling you, it's like I feel that I'm in a bad place at that point.
No, this is just a thought. The people that are, you know, like the other photographers that are, you know, they have all this following, like, do they digitally make their photographs available for the general public or for their
for
followers?
The most part, a lot of the time what you see is like obviously
download it and then, like, you know,
yeah. So what usually happens is that, for instance, if there's a photograph that's getting like X amount of likes, right, then what I'm starting to notice, and I mean, I may be wrong just because I still consider myself fairly new to the whole scene of photography, but personally what I've noticed is, say you get X amount of likes and that's the best photograph you've put out, right? So then what a lot of photographers I think are doing is they're gonna go, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and make this available for download or for print, right? And then these are the 3 sizes, and this is the amount of money that I'm gonna charge per print. Right. So that's how they start creating revenue. Okay. And again, bro, it's I'm at a level where I don't feel that I'm quite there yet. Right. So yeah.
Okay. Well, and this kind of ties into what my next topic was kind of about, because there is and it predominantly has to do with men. There was a quote that I heard. I'm trying to think of who I heard the quote from. It might have been Matt Walsh or somebody like that. It says, "Most men live lives of quiet desperation." And
what's your interpretation of that?
My interpretation of that is that most men like don't like to show weakness. You know what I mean? Or it's inherent that we're grown, we're raised not to really show weakness and to be men and be strong, and you can't show any type of weakness whatsoever. So even if something is going wrong in your life, you have to like put on this front like everything is fine. You know what I mean? And I see that with a lot of men. I saw it with my dad a lot. There's a lot of things that my dad
I think it was different in that generation, and even still during our eras.
Yeah. Now, not so much. You can come out completely, my feelings, I'm feeling this.
I don't know if it's fully true.
This generation talks a lot more about how they feel. They're, you know, they're like, I'm gonna take some time off school to because of my mental health. You know what I mean? Like they'll just be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, so this is how it's gonna be. Our generation.
I'll give you my opinion on that.
It's a little bit.
I'll give you my opinion on that. I think it's more so towards the women that are more vocal because of it's like, I'm trying to find equality. I'm trying to make it there. I'm trying to make it known that this is how I feel and this is what I deserve, and that's just me, right? And granted, I think that it's starting to I guess make its way towards the men, right? I don't know if I could say that it's 100% fully there though,
Right.
for men at least. Because I'll give you without mentioning any names, I'll give you an example. There was a pretty famous boxer right now, youngster, was, I guess, going through some stuff, as far as I know, out of reading, from social media to news articles and whatnot, and kid got backlash, bro. Was just like, oh well, why doesn't he just throw himself in the ring? It's his job. It doesn't matter if he's going through all this. And
there's still that stigma.
Exactly. So it's that's what I'm saying. It's like it's slowly crawling to get there where men can go and verbalize of what they feel and what their sentiments are, what they're going through. But I still question if it's 100% there yet. Right. I really don't think it is.
I don't, because I heard, I like you said, I don't want to really set out names, but
yeah, right.
There's this, I guess she's pretty popular. She's a black chick. She's pretty popular. She's very much on the right, I guess you could say. And
go on.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Why do you think I'm laughing?
And she was pretty much. She was like, when men come out and talk about their feelings and stuff like that and how they're feeling, going, they're depressed. No, nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that. No one cares. Just be men and be like, whoa, okay, yeah, we can be men. We are men, but you're acting like we have nothing to say. Like anytime we show any feeling, then it's like shut up and just be a man. It's like. I don't know if she has a son or she has a kid or whatever, but when your kid grows up and starts saying that, we're gonna tell them, oh, your feelings don't matter. It's like, come on. It's like, you're a mom now. It's like
that's why I think it's still a tough subject to kind of hit. I think that we still require quite a bit of ways to go in order for us to get there. Not saying that there haven't been any achievements done as of yet. Obviously, we have made some strides, but to say that it's fully changed, bro, I'm sorry to say, but in my opinion, I really don't think that we've gotten there yet.
All right, well, let's lighten it up a bit.
Yeah, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Let's lighten it up a little bit. Okay, I want to talk about old school comedians versus new school comedians.
I'll pause right there.
Sure.
Guys, whoever's watching, make sure that if you are viewing our channel, make sure you hit the bell notification to know when you're gonna get a new video dropped,
and please subscribe, of course,
and share to your friends, guys. We definitely need
it is much appreciated.
Yeah, but we need those additional viewers.
And any topic situation, situation that you might want to hear from us, or
if in case you guys, there's any type of topic or discussion that you'd like to hear, make sure that you comment down below. Let us know. I know I personally, I'm always actually looking at our comments that come in. So any feedback that you guys have for us is always greatly appreciated and welcome.
Good or bad.
Exactly.
Let us know.
And we'll go ahead and
how we can better the channel. Yeah.
We'll put it to practice.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on. So new comics
new
versus
comedians versus old school comedians. Who do you consider an old school comedian? Because there's old school comedians that, of course, mine are Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox.
Pryor was one I was gonna mention.
Robin Harris.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Rest in peace.
I know, bro. That was
that hit home, bro.
Yeah, that hit me a lot.
That hit home.
I didn't think it would, but it's like, dude, it's Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm pretty sure there's more. Paul Mooney. He just, rest in peace. He just passed away. He was very racial jokes. Like he was. Who else?
Jeez. Oh my gosh, this just happened just recently.
What, passed away?
That passed away. Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
He was another great
Yeah.
on the mic by himself,
Yeah, bro.
on that stage doing
Yeah.
his thing. Stand up was
Yeah.
on the spot, man.
He-
I
he
really
was booked
enjoyed his
for-
performance.
You know, we can't forget about the women. There's a lot of women too that are. What's her name? I'm trying to think of her name because it's not too many that are so like Well, from me, they're not really old school, but they're kind of like new school.
I'll
like,
give you one that I miss
Who?
being up on stage. Wanda Sykes.
Mona Sykes. There's Monique, of course.
Monique was another great one.
What's your name? Samore. She's really good.
I don't remember really watching her material.
She was on the Queens of Comedy. She was one of the Queens of Comedy,
Okay.
and there's a bunch, and then there's a bunch because
There's a bunch. It's just in my mind's drawing a blank, but there's a bunch.
I am drawing a blank, and my apologies to the female comedians. I just didn't.
What was that?
didn't write
What
them
was
down.
that one female comedian that got backlash? Remember the post that she made? Was it on Facebook or was it on Instagram? When Trump was in presidency and
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
yes,
Kathy Griffin, yeah.
she was. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
say, I know it was bad taste on her behalf. I get it.
Yeah.
But going back before that whole ordeal, right,
Right.
bro? Come on,
I
her,
mean, but she's always been like that, like on the edge, like that.
yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
that's what made her so unique.
Exactly. So it really didn't. That wasn't far from something that she would do or say.
Mm-hmm.
So why all of a sudden, because it was about Trump, then it's a big deal? You know what I mean? Well, she actually held up a severed head. So
Moving on. That's why I know bad taste on her behalf. That's
Right,
I
right.
get it.
okay,
Still though, I really think that she was a great comedian.
yeah, she was a great comedian. She is
Anyway.
a great comedian still.
Did you hear about the whole now talking about comedians, the whole situation with Chris Rock and Will Smith?
Oh yeah. Of course.
Did you hear the response?
I heard that Will was hurt about Chris Rock's special.
Bro, it's like,
how can you fix your mouth to be hurt when what you did, bro?
Let's put that aside.
Okay.
Forget all that. How could you be hurt over information that your family has put
out already.
out in the air
Exactly.
in public?
This is public knowledge.
I'm sorry to say, but you aired out your dirty laundry and everyone knew about it.
And it was so true.
It's just, look, this is the way that I see it. Chris Rock just reiterated the fact.
That's it. He actually, he made a very, very good point. He's like, how are you going to be interviewed by the person that cheated on you? And they're asking you like, okay, now how do you feel about the situation? And they're right in front of you like, what? Are you serious? That's your son's friend. Like, what? What? Do you know how demeaning you made that man feel? And you guys had the nerve to put it out on social media like, okay, this is just the topic of the day. No, that's your life. For everyone to see.
Yeah.
Him being emasculated like that. It's so bad, bro. It's so
I'm
bad.
sorry to
Everyone
say.
already thought that Will Smith was kind of soft, but that just like reiterated. That further just made it even more seem more true.
I'm sorry to say, but the respect that I had for him after I saw that, not the slap, okay? It was more so the fact that his family went and publicized this entire thing. I have to say that after that, I just had a different image of him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand that.
No, I
And it
totally
was the
get it.
same. It was the same. This is the same scenario that we ended up talking about a couple podcasts ago. In my opinion, famous people are still regular people nonetheless.
Exactly.
Right? So they're going to be going through problems themselves. And in my opinion, I think that when you're at that level, because of the fact that you have so many eyes on you,
Right.
and not to mention paparazzi's always following your back, right?
They're waiting for something to happen like that. You know, man.
Leave your private life private.
Right.
They call it private life for a reason.
Exactly. You are a public person, but you still have a private life.
Yeah.
And whatever goes on behind the closed doors, leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. But when you start, well, it all started with the other guy coming out and doing interviews and stuff, you know what I mean? Because of he was hurt. You know what I mean? That he was like shunned by her and the family and like that. So it was just a messy situation.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. And it was all her doing. It was like he
man.
But anyway, getting back to what we were
Yeah.
talking about, the topic, old school, new school. Do you believe that the new school comedians are keeping it a lot? Well, because they can't be as vulgar as the comedians before them were, but are they keeping comedy alive like you would think that they should be?
You know that I've been following comedy for a while.
Right.
And here's my take on it. I think the cleaner the material is, the more that it's, how can I put it? The more that it makes stardom a lot easier.
Yeah, because you're more marketable.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's really a pick and choose.
But
that's the bad part, because I'll give you an example.
Right.
There's two comedians that I could think of at the top of my head that no matter what type of jokes they were, bro, they still made it up on top.
Right.
Here's two: Richard Pryor, right?
Right.
And who's the other one?
Eddie Murphy.
There you go.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. There's that commercial jokes and that commercial marketability persona, and then there's that stand up that this is my this is what I do. Like just like Eddie Murphy did his thing. It was called Raw because he's raw on stage, but then he can go and do like Daddy Daycare or Beverly Hills Cop or something like that. You know what I mean? So
here's another one.
Same thing with Kevin Hart.
True.
You know what I mean?
Very true. Now here's one that I have immense respect for, which is Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
He ended up making it up on top on his own.
Yeah, I like
without
that.
having the push of the market behind him, because he was just like, if no one's gonna help me out, you know what? I'm gonna just do it myself.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and invest my own money
Right.
and just push myself up on top.
Right.
Look what ended up happening.
I think he made the best decision to do that.
You know who's another one that hasn't been getting as much recognition recently? Matt Rife. Young kid. I think I ended up sending you a clip, right?
Yeah.
White boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bro. His material.
I haven't had the pleasure to
There's. I mean, I kind of get like an air sensation to between him and Andrew Schultz, bro. They're kind of similar because they can go and work the crowd and not be so. How can I put it? Not really be disrespectful, but still like cap on the audience and get a laugh, get a positive response out of the crowd. And so he knows how to work it, bro.
Right.
And I'm just like, how is this kid not?
It's famous.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you just got to pay your dues first. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
But another one that's marketable is like Dave Chappelle. He's a comic genius, bro.
True.
Genius, bro.
True.
Had his own show. He saw the way that it was going, the way that they were trying to, the direction they were trying to take him. He didn't want to go that direction.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm out. And then he comes to Netflix. He does his specials and stuff like that. Gone.
He capitalized on
man.
on that opportunity, and hats off to him, because it's moments like those that it's really not that easy for anyone to pull off.
Yeah.
Not just anyone. You know what I mean? So
I like that he's joking around, that he's telling his jokes, but in the midst of
Still
that, he's
being-
spitting knowledge, bro.
Yeah,
He's letting you know
Yup.
how it is.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And people's like, oh, no, but he's spitting gems.
Yeah, I have to.
You
agree
really
with that
gotta
one.
pay attention to what he's saying because he's telling the truth.
So anyway, what else we got on our
Okay,
table?
well, we got well, I want to talk about some new movies that were coming out that you wanted to see.
There's two that are on my list right now that I already have tickets to.
See, and I'm a family guy, so I'll talk about the two for family people that have families that want to go out and take the kids. Go for it. Let's go
All
first.
right, all
Go
right.
first. Go
So I actually the very first one that's coming out this
first.
few days.
Yep.
John Wick.
Okay. Yeah. Like I
So-
told you before, I haven't seen them, but I would love. I think I'm gonna start watching them.
You have to.
But I got, this is what 4?
This is the fourth one.
Let's see, that's a lot of movies.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I have to say that every single one so far has been a damn gem.
Really?
I've enjoyed every single one of them so far.
That's crazy.
So-
I love that actor. I love Keanu Reeves. And
Yeah.
I've never seen John Wick. That's crazy.
And then the other one is this is something that you and I have already talked about before on previous pods. The one before actually,
Right.
Fast X.
Okay, Fast X. I thought you were gonna say Creed 3.
No,
You
that's
saw
already
that, right?
done and over with. Yeah, but I really wasn't wanting to give it a chance. You know, especially after the whole ordeal where I'm gonna send this car up in space.
Yeah. Yeah, when you showed me that, I'm
like I mentioned before, they dropped the ball on that one for me.
Right.
It looks like they may redeem themselves this time around with
Okay.
Fast X, so I'm giving it a try.
Okay.
I'm gonna be severely disappointed if it's like half an hour in and it's just complete nonsense. I don't know, bro. I might have to get up and walk out.
Is this the final?
I'm hearing that I don't know what other movie there is, but they're breaking it into segments to finalize it.
Okay.
That's what I heard last. That it's gonna happen the same thing with this one. They're gonna break it into segments to just end it.
Oh wow.
So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I really would hate for me to get up and lose my money, but
Hey, but
we'll see.
that's why there's some movies I just like wait till they come out and just stream it.
Yeah,
You know.
sometimes you have to.
Yeah, bro. Well, a couple movies that my family is waiting to go see. Of
Barney?
course. Sure, of course.
Barney's coming out with a movie.
Barney in Space. On
Are
Fast
you
10.
featuring it?
You are. You're playing Barney. Remember? Go and sing the
Yeah,
song,
I
man.
still have that.
Go sing the song.
I still have that purple outfit you left over last time. Yeah.
Don't be telling my business, man. Anyway, the one I was waiting for, our family's been waiting for, is
I'm sorry. I just
Shazam.
I just remember the purple lights that your son was.
Oh yeah.
I was over here thinking. I was like, oh, his inner prince is coming out. He's gonna start singing Purple Rain.
Hey, when you start singing Purple
Anyway.
Rain, you gotta capitalize off that.
Facts.
Anyway, Shazam. Of course, Shazam's supposed to be a family movie. I love the first one. I love the tone of the first one. It's very family oriented, just like Fast X. Everything is about family. But my son really wants to see that. My daughter, she's really not into movies too much yet. She's 9, so she doesn't really want to.
I don't know if girls are really that much into movies.
She's more into TikTok and dance and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and singing and stuff like that. So if there's like there's supposed to be another what's it called? Frozen movie coming out. She wants to see that, and she wants to see the Little Mermaid.
There's another Frozen movie coming out.
There's another Frozen movie coming out, and the
Sad
Little
how I know that.
The Little Mermaid's coming out. I think in May or April, something like that. So she wants to really see that. There was a new trailer that just dropped. She saw, and she's really excited for that. So that's good.
I bet you are too.
Sure. If my daughter wants to go see it and loves it, yeah, I'll take her to go see it. No problem. Or are you talking about me wanting to see it?
I can't believe you just walked into that.
Why not? Why not? Hey, I think it'll be a great movie. Why not?
That's off to you.
I'm a Disney fan. The next one would be Super Mario.
I kind of have mixed feelings
Me
on
too.
that one.
My thing is like, he's not. I mean, he's being played by Chris Pratt, right? I mean, isn't Mario like Italian? Was he supposed to be playing like an Italian? I know. I mean, he could. I don't know, man. I always thought that. Yeah. Every time I hear Mario, I hear an Italian guy. Even if it's a really bad accent, but still it's an Italian guy. But it's each his own, bro.
I mean, do you remember the very first Mario movie that came out years ago? What was it, like back in the 80s or 90s? I want to say it was like early 90s.
With
Johnny Leguizamo. Yeah, buddy.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, buddy.
Puerto Rican Luigi.
I'm sorry. Look.
Oh, wow.
No one's going to be able to top him, bro. Nobody. That was...
Puerto Rican Luigi. Wow.
But I have to say, that was during our time.
Yeah.
You know? I still miss him as an actor.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
Didn't he play something recently? He played something recently.
I don't know, bro. I haven't kept up with him in quite some time now.
No, he's on a show. I don't know what show, but he's on a show. And he's still out there, he's still acting and stuff like that. So he was on something recently, man. I can't put my tongue on it.
He's another great comedian.
He's a great comedian.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! How come he don't do stand up no more? Like that would be
maybe
awesome.
he just got to that age where he's just like, all right, I'm done with this.
Eddie Murphy is going back to stand up.
Is he seriously?
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting because
Yes.
you know that this whole generational change and
Exactly, like what kind of material he's gonna come up with that this generation can connect with.
do you think he'd be able to get away with it just because of his name?
Yeah.
How long he's been
Probably
in the game for now?
Yeah, he probably has. You know what? I think even if Will Smith went and did some stand up,
You
don't think so?
No,
No.
no.
You don't think you don't want him to
No.
go see it?
I would not want to. Will Smith was never that funny to me.
He's sitcom funny.
Sitcom funny, but imagine him in stand up though.
It's scripted. I mean, I think he did some stand up recently, like on a small screen. I think
Look,
yeah, he did something. He did something.
put it this way.
Actually, yeah, he went and he talked with Dave Chappelle. There was like a little, I think like a Netflix series. No, I don't know if it's a series, but he went and he talked with Dave Chappelle.
We're talking about stand up though, where
Yes,
you're standing
and
on
to go do
on
stand-up.
stage. No. We're talking about real stand up where you're on stage by yourself doing
Exactly.
your own thing.
He was
your own
practicing.
material.
Dave Chappelle was coaching him. That's what I'm saying.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I would honestly feel like it's forced.
Yeah, because it was after all this stuff happened. So why now you want to go to stand up? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He was never a stand up guy.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Actually, I've never seen him do stand up.
It was. I get it that like, but let's go ahead and use this show to kind of, I guess, put the feel to it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
All right.
He was funny, but why was he funny?
It was scripted. He had writers.
It wasn't just because it was scripted. He had so many supporting actors around him.
Yeah.
So, would he be able to carry that type of energy on his own? I don't think so.
I mean, he's able to carry movies, but I don't think just alone in front
Stand
of
up?
people.
No.
Yeah, he would probably, get booed off the stage, man. Unfortunately.
I don't probably not booed off stage, right?
I mean, if they're
But
going to go there to see him,
it's not
then
going to be like an Eddie Murphy, ha ha ha! I'm dying over my chair laughing.
It's going to be like,
it's not.
like piped in laughter.
Yeah. So, anyway, what else we got, bro?
That's all I got. Unless you want to talk about what's going on with no, I don't want to do that. China and Russia. I was thinking about it, but I really don't want to get into that actually, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with it, and I mean, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So, what do you think?
I think that.
Do you think it's a big deal?
Wait. Did you just? The fuck happened to the lights?
Oh shit!